Alright. Hope everything is working correctly. Hello, welcome to the stream. We're doing this again. It's a pretty cool song. I forget where it plays though. Maybe it's a bad idea to just like start playing immediately, or start doing attempts immediately, with no warm up at all. All right, decent start. Let me know if everything sounds right. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. You very rarely see scavengers there. When the red is down that far, it's not really a big problem. Usually the double jump is enough to avoid them. Sounds like a Sunken Pier song. Oh no, this is Metropolis? Like Lower Metropolis? Well, that's a mistake. Sometimes I push the other one off the edge, so I can't check all of their karma. Shaded be faster than garbage wastes. Just thinking about what the route might look like. I think it is slower. So you'd have to completely change the entire route. So you go through shaded and then after that like go up the leg. The problem is that you either go up the leg or up exterior to get to the wall, which we already get to anyway, right? We already do that in the routes. We go up to the wall to make it up to pebbles. And I feel like going through shaded and like the leg would just be a roundabout way to do that. Okay, that's 9. Or the alternative is to go up into pebbles. I'm just not gonna bother with that. Going to industrial from shaded, I think we tried that strategy when we first started running, and it's just not great. Just garbage waste is pretty fast. Because the connection from garbage to shaded takes quite a while to get through. And then going from shaded to industrial also takes a while. And then the part of industrial that you end up in right after shaded is usually filled with scavengers. It's actually quite dangerous. Also, it's not a very good, easy place to get a vulture mask. Whereas you can pretty much easily get a vulture mask. Well, not easily, but in an ideal run, getting the mask is easy. vultures. Oh, come on, I thought that hit the mask. I just don't really know. I mean, I guess I could try to keep going in those scenarios. Just hope that I get lucky and get a mask somehow, but I would just not bother with it at all. Just too many vultures show up. You know, actually, this kind of made me think about the way vultures work. So actually, there's stuff about vultures that I'm unfamiliar with. I think that there's some amount of vultures for an entire region. So for garbage waste, there's like 4 vultures, 4 normal vultures, and then 1 king vulture throughout the whole region, and they can show up in any room that they have access to. So when I step into this room, vultures can see that I'm here and they want to come down to get me, right? Oh, wow. That's very close. Oh, he was still alive. That's cool. Hello, welcome to the stream. But like, what about the entire rest of the region, right? Yeah, you can actually see vultures move between rooms. So if you demask a vulture in one room, you might see that unmasked vulture show up in another room. I don't know if that can happen on the same cycle, but definitely between cycles. So like, I mean, I know that only certain rooms are loaded up at the same time. So, but like maybe like some of the adjacent rooms, like vultures can show up in those rooms too. So it's surprising when like multiple vultures show up to get me specifically. Every single vulture independently saw the entire region and decided to go after me. You'd think that they would have a lot more options. I think that vultures are linked to specific regions. Same with scavengers. Actually, I don't know about scavengers. Like if there's a kill squad that is chasing after you, it might be the same group of scavengers between regions, but I don't know about that. Yeah, that was just not a great scenario. If you're hunted between cycles, then they can. I think with those like sparks show up on the floor, that means that I've like maintained all my speed. I don't know why they show up though. Oh really? That didn't demask them? Problem is that the more that I injure them, the more that they stick to the floor, because they struggle to fly. So then it gets really hard to actually get the mask. What am I doing? Like this stream, I'm doing a speedrun of Artificer. It is a very difficult speedrun, so my strategy is to just do a bunch of attempts until I get lucky. So this start of the run is part of that. I want to get a vulture mask, and that is difficult in these rooms. It's also difficult to do it quickly. So you're gonna see this area a lot. But once I actually do get past garbage wastes, it doesn't get any easier. The restaurant is also very difficult, filled with creatures that want to kill you, or scavengers, or more vultures. Yeah, stuff like that too. Yeah, I think that scavengers lose karma because they're dead. You can only check their karma once you've killed them, so every cycle their karma goes down, which is kind of strange because you'd think that it wouldn't apply to a creature that is dead. Like, your karma goes down and then you wake up, right? So from the scavenger's point of view, they wake back up with lower karma. It's not like their dead body. Well, you know, who knows how that works. It could be some sort of weird timeline thing. Oh, that's an interesting idea. I guess I kind of thought of the karma system as something that's just part of the cycle. They are quite connected, you know. Sheltering and dying change your karma. I think it could have something to do with intelligence or maybe like consciousness, because slug cats have karma, scavengers have karma, but like lizards don't. Most other creatures don't. Ancients definitely did. So maybe there's a sense where once you're aware of the cycle, karma kind of manifests itself. But I feel like the ancients already had karma, like because they made karma gates, they made the guardians, presumably, and what the void worms care about your karma. So, like, karma was a thing for them before they... Well, I mean, if you accept that theory, then that means that they would have to have artificially given themselves karma. Which seems a lot more complicated than just creating creatures with karma as part of them. Oh. Oh, that actually worked out. Just kidding. I dropped them. How many times has that happened to me? They actually grabbed the scavenger, not me, which is quite rare. Usually I'm the one who does. Oh, thank you, Squid Gata, for messing that up. Really appreciate it. You know what? I just decided right now, I like Outer Expanse a lot. I feel like all the music in Outer Expanse is really recognizable because it's a super linear region. You're constantly going from right to left. And so, like, constantly, I mean, depending on the speed that you're moving, but you're constantly running into new, like, song triggers, right? Oops, I don't know why I didn't jump there. So you enter the beginning of the region, and this one song plays, and you get a little bit further, then the next song plays, and you get further, and the next song plays. It's like music specifically designed for each part of the journey through Outer Expanse. That'd be really funny if this wasn't actually an Outer Expanse song and I got it wrong. I think it is. Because usually music in this game kind of just plays at random. Like, you might trigger a song in the same location, but then what happens after that point is completely up to you, depending on which direction you go. So the music is kind of unrelated, but in Outer Expanse, you're pretty much always going in the same direction, going through the rooms in the same order. So they had an opportunity. Excuse me. They had an opportunity to kind of create music that would fit the journey. Whereas most of the time the music is just kind of random, you know? And they took that opportunity and did something really cool with it. What are you guys doing? Oh, great. Yeah. Just barely wasn't able to parry, but I don't even know if that would have helped out. I guess I should have gone underneath, but it would have been the same problem if they were down there too. Submerged songs. Bitter Area and Submerged Superstructure are completely different regions in my head. They're technically the same, but they're pretty much not. It's like the difference between Exterior and the 5 Pebbles. Like, technically you could consider them part of the same physical area on the map. And that's kind of how it is for Moon, right? Actually, isn't Bitter Area supposed to be like the metropolis for Moon? Or a city? So that also counts as a different region for Pebbles. Hello? Welcome to the stream. Oh, okay. Welcome to death. Give me there. Really? That one missed? Well, I'm just fighting the scavengers now. There's not even any vultures. Didn't this song already play? Like a few minutes ago? I really don't like how the shuffle on YouTube playlist works. So I think it just picks a random song to play after the, or a random video, I guess. No matter if they're music or not. But this is the same. That's the same scavenger that I saw that other time. Wait, come back. Okay, that's too slow. Yeah, it just like randomly plays a video, which means that it can randomly select the same song multiple times. So what it really should do is shuffle all of the videos in a random order and then play through them sequentially, so that every one gets played once, right, in a random order. Really, Shoreline of all places. Not really a fan of Shoreline. It's like, it's very different, you know. Movement through that region in the like surface areas, you're just like swimming across the surface of the water, and that kind of movement isn't very interesting. And otherwise you're going through like the underwater tunnels, which are very samey and like repetitive. And there's also kind of a lack of typical creatures. Like, it's all like aquatic stuff. There's no lizards, there's no like normal stuff that you'd see in like industrial. Which is not like really a bad thing, but it's like a very different feeling region. And it doesn't include some of the things that I really liked about the rest of the game. But it is kind of cool that there is a place that is so different. Not every region has to be the same. How'd I just release myself like that? Yeah, I feel like I've hit this guy in the head like 10 times. The mask never came off. Rip run. You can't say rip run every time I die to a vulture. That's just like the run hasn't even started. Wait until I like get into industrial at least. Honestly, you really should wait until I get past the scavenger toll in Metropolis. Then the run has actually started. Still doing this? I am still doing this. Welcome to the stream. Oh, come on, I had to drop the mask doing that. I would have been fine otherwise. Self-harm? This is not self-harm. I'm alright, you know. I've already accepted that this is difficult, so I'm like prepared for failure. You know, if I like die in Metropolis like 5 times, like that's expected, you know. Yeah, Sphere Master, that was very surprising to me. When I checked their channel, when you go to their live page, it's just like a full screen of streams just for Sphere Master. But also, that's the kind of thing that you would see in actual speedrunners live streams. Like if a top runner is grinding some category in like Celeste or in like, I don't know, some other popular speedrun game. Oh, nice shot, dude. they're gonna be grinding the same category over and over again. So honestly, like, I'm not even really that much of a speedrunner. I only do like a few streams a week, and maybe some of those will be of the same category. I'm so ready for Red Lizard to kill me there every single time. But I think I was too slow for them to show up at that time. Ah, that sucks. Accidentally pairing like that is a big problem. But also, I don't know why they're doing that challenge. The one spear thing. I haven't watched the run. I really should. Just go watch it. It is like an hour long though. But like, why would you limit yourself if you're capable of getting world record? You know? Like, we know the challenge is possible, right? So just like, see how well you can do without like self-imposed restrictions like that. Unless it really doesn't make that big of a difference. That's why I assume they're able to get such a good time with that challenge. Since last with Sheriff Field deaths. That was very cool. Oh, that was a pipe launch, if I've ever seen one. I wonder if that's like consistent somehow, to always get a pipe boost that big. Maybe just some jank with the physics, because I'm holding a scavenger. Like he pushed me out somehow. As long as I'm gonna display this like 100 or something. I'm not gonna check right now. But hey guys. Indecisive dropper. I'll check in the gates. It's a chimney. And I really hate how the lizard spit slows you down. Like, it's not just knockback, it actually, like, messes with your movement for a while. So the red lizard only hit me once, but it actually made me mess up that jump. I did exclude a lot of music. Okay, there's 76 songs. I just want to keep the ones that were more chill and less, like, nothing that's too intense or energetic. Like, I don't think Kayava is on this. Yeah, none of the threat music. But also the threat music is kind of repetitive. Like, it's really good at being practical. It's good threat themes, but it's I don't know. They'd probably be fine. If I wanted to, I could go back and add those. these. Oh, great. Run is dead. Scavengers. No? Every time you like walk past a scavenger or enter their general vicinity, you're risking losing the run. Because if a scavenger is particularly skilled, then they might just snipe you instantly. Because their reaction time and their like ability to, or their like willingness to throw a spear depends entirely on their stats. Oh, great. So if there's like a godlike scavenger and you like enter the same room, he's gonna stab you immediately. But like most of the scavengers, they are gonna be kind of slow to react. I haven't played last stream. That was literally because I went and I opened up the song specifically because I knew it wasn't on the playlist. Cool. There's a bomb. Sometimes you might see a scavenger fighting like a lizard or a vulture or something, and they would just kind of like stare at them in fear and never throw a spear or rock. And others will like throw like 10 spears at once. Actually, I think they are capable of throwing multiple spears at the same time. Like some of the like particularly skilled ones. Or if you've ever had a fight with a scavenger where every time you throw a spear, they parry it perfectly. It's like you just can't hit them at all. I'm not very good at telling how skilled they are based on their appearance. I think there's ways you can tell. I hit his neck. Okay, that kind of worked out anyway somehow. Red lizard. Here they are. If that of that full plant would be really funny. Maybe that would be worth looking into. Like if there's some really obvious like appearance, like specific visual cues for if a scavenger is particularly aggressive. Yeah, so I'm heading to Industrial right now. And then you go to Chimney and then the wall up the Pebbles. Pretty simple route, actually. Yeah, it's funny actually. There's the scavengers that are just aggressive, that are dangerous, but there's also the very like fearful scavengers that are just they're so scared of you that they immediately like throw a spear at you. Speaking of throwing a spear. Hello, welcome to the stream. I was expecting to see a red lizard right there. That's usually the time that I dive to them. No masks though. I want a pet cyan. Isn't there a cyan that shows up at the top of the wall when it's night? Because after it rains, you can stay above the clouds on the wall to be safe, and then a cyan lizard will show up there. Like, could you time that one? There's like 50 cyans on the wall. They're referring specifically to as Survivor. Whereas for Hunter, Spearmaster, Artificer, there's a ton of cyans. Oh great, this will be fun. Oh great, I got the mask quickly, but then the other guy stole the scavenger. I was expecting something to show up from that pipe though. There's probably a red centipede, because they sometimes kind of brush up against the pipe, but they don't enter it. Scabs give more food? I don't think so. Always 4 pips, right? They're less for Spearmaster. You only get like 1 or maybe 2. But Spearmaster gets less from everything, really. Good luck on the runs, thank you. I need the luck. Honestly, I don't know if anyone actually understands how centipede vision works, because everyone has different answers. Whether it's based on vision or how much it depends on if they are moving or not. If it's based on sound. I always thought of it as if you're moving, they can see you, but if you're standing still, they can't. That actually worked out somehow. Red lizard? I know. I've learned. So then I continue to make a bunch of movement mistakes. That's cool. Third time's the charm. By the way, if you don't know, I've done Artificer runs before on stream. So this is like actually like my 6th or something attempt this category. Whoops, I was holding the wrong part of their body. That's a big mistake. So I have to mess with this bunch. Oh, actually this is a bigger problem. This is a much bigger problem, what the heck? All of them are here. Yeah, okay. Well, the run basically ended the moment I entered that room. Alright, see ya. Thanks for stopping by. So basically centipedes have normal vision, but it depends on a bunch of other factors based on their movement and your movement. Of course, there's the theory of centipedes being like solar panels, or I guess plants. That they're constantly like charging up and they have to discharge their energy, or else they like overheat or something. But what about the centipedes in like subterranean or infiltration system? Kings always have good aim. At least when I'm doing this run. You never even see centipedes eat anything. They just like kill stuff for fun, I guess. I hate that sound. Oh, look at you. I got the mask. Just give the scabs a pearl. You know, for how many vultures I see, it's surprising that I haven't seen one of those before. Because like at the start of every run, I see at least one vulture per attempt, probably more, plus all the vultures that you run into in like Chimney. I mean, you're pretty much running into vultures throughout the entire run. I think that might be the first albino that I've seen in these attempts. I don't know if I've seen one casually playing. There's both variants. Man, if only it was always that easy. Here's the red lizard, because I was too fast. Man. I really don't know how to deal with that. I guess I just have to wait for them to like go into a pipe or something. Oh right. If you somehow get into Bitter Area as like Survivor, isn't there a albino vulture spawn? Because Mirrorless vultures can't show up for a Survivor or something like that. Because normally you're not supposed to be able to get into Bitter Area, but you can with some glitches, some exploits. that maybe I have a better chance of fighting the vultures when I'm up here on this slope. I'm gonna test that out. If a vulture wants to show up. All the way from over there, really. That was kind of a slow start anyway. Does anyone know the name of the song that plays in the lower part of Struts? Like the very beginning of that region? Oh, that was close. No, I didn't want to tame you. Moon Siren, no. There's another like normal song trigger. Hello. Welcome to the stream. That was not the right move. No, stop. Vulture. That's great. Just kidding. They were uninterested. Oh, that is a red lizard. Oh, here they are. It's been a while since I've left garbage wastes. Even when I get a mask. vulture again. They're not for you. Does anyone know what's actually going on? I can't tell at all. I got the mask, but I lost where I was, and I lost where the scavenger was. Is that all 4 vultures? Well, there's 5 vultures total, so if you ever see 5 vultures at the same time, that's every single vulture in the region. What are you doing here? I'm just at the trampoline. Trampoline lizard. One of you would like to go get the lizard instead of the scavenger? That's not what I meant. Okay. There are 2 vultures trying to hunt. And their options is a small slug cat, a medium-sized scavenger, and a very large lizard that is also very easy to grab. So they go for the slug cat and the scavenger, of course. You would think that vultures would pretty much always prioritize green lizards because they're the easiest for them to catch, but also they have the most food. Like, they shouldn't even bother with like silent lizards because they're way too fast and agile, and only like a medium-sized lizard. Tastes better. And like Artificer is like full of like explosive chemicals, like probably not the safest meal. Oh dear. Okay, well now they're down here. Okay, they're totally covering the scavenger body. Vulture can't pick up greens, really? I feel like I've seen that happen before, or maybe like a king vulture. The strongest and most dangerous. Yeah, but the moment they see a vulture, they start running away. Not very dangerous in that scenario. Any day now. spent all the time waiting for the vulture to come down, only for... So now I see a mask on the floor the first time. I always check that room to see if there's a mask on the floor. There never is, but now this time there is. Also, I'm holding them wrong. There we go. Yeah, kind of weird start, but I guess we're going now. I guess I'll take a run. This is high expectations for me. My opinion of vultures decreased. Not really. I'm reminded that it's difficult to get a mask without killing them. If I really wanted to, I could always get a mask, like every attempt. By creating an explosive spear, by spamming a bunch of spears to kill them, and then getting the mask. But it's not very fast, and there's also the risk of a second vulture showing up, which makes it a lot more difficult. Or any other creature, really. I have more respect for king vultures now. But they do in fact have very good aim, and are very dangerous. That's unfortunate. I don't really like that there's so many vultures. Like, it's ridiculous when, like, 3 or 4 vultures show up at the same time. Yeah, I expect to see those vultures spread out a lot more across the whole region. And not just in, like, one room. Or, like, 2 rooms, really. Do you wanna come in? It's surprising how fast they can walk through pipes backwards. Like, I think scion lizards are really cool, but I hate how some areas are like full of them. Like chimney canopy or the wall as hunter, there's just so many scions, it's ridiculous. Same with orange lizards as like riveter or saint. Like, the creatures on their own are cool, but they might not be used very well in the campaign. Yeah, like surprisingly symmetrical you are when you exit a pipe vertically. I see 2 problems on the screen right now. Actually, only 1. Spiders aren't really a big deal. You ever watch someone play Rainworld for the first time? Or maybe just like a new player in general? And you notice like drop wigs and pull plants immediately, but they don't. It looks so obvious, like they just run into a pull plant or a drop wig, even though you can tell that it's there easily. Same with people playing Terraria. They don't see traps immediately, even though any Terraria player can instantly see any trap in a room. I mean, if you spend enough time. Oh, this looks fun. Or Spelunky. You know, I haven't really talked about Spelunky much. You learn to see traps in Spelunky. I mean, I guess I'm referring to specifically like if you're playing Hunter for the first time or one of the downpours like that. In that case, it would be your first time dealing with drop wigs. But that's part of like improving at a game, you know? The more familiar you are, or the more that you're aware of what is dangerous. When you're starting out, you just kind of see everything at once, and you don't really know what to focus on. But then with enough time, you know what's not important, and you can ignore, and what things you do need to look out for. Like, some people never see stowaways in their whole playthrough through Downpour. But I can, like, I always know where to look for stowaways. And they're not nearly as dangerous as drop wigs, but it's fun to find them. Like a little secret. Like, oh, there's a stowaway. Oh, there's another stowaway. Because they're, like, oh, they're kind of common. I mean, they're still rare, but they, once you know where to look for them, they kind of become a bit more common. Not in this run, though. I don't go through any areas with the stowaways in them. Excuse me. I did like 3 things at once with that parry. Poor White Lizard was traumatized. This is where the run might end. Oh, come on. Oh, great. I was like, I was like split between throwing a spear. I was waiting for them to throw a spear so I could parry it with the spear. But then I got close enough to the shelter where I thought, okay, I can just make it to the shelter and they won't be able to hit me. But I was wrong. The moment you see a scavenger in that room, you might as well just restart, honestly. Because you either lose the run or you lose like 20 seconds. I don't need to do that. Honestly, this round would be a lot better if scavengers were just removed from exterior. But they kind of need to be there for like lore reasons. How much karma does this guy have? Also has enough. Wow, good job, King Vulture. Oh, come on. That was very close. The spear. Okay, need to watch out for the red lizard now. There they are. Why are they aiming at me? For a second, that King Vulture was thinking of attacking me. You saw that, right? The laser sight. Rare moment when I actually get a good run not long after a previous good run. Plus I get that weird thing where I get 2 double jumps when I'm at the surface of the water. Thank you, Spicata. Only one way to find out. How about no? Okay, that was actually a good move on my part. I didn't really know what to do there, but it kind of worked out. Hello? This man, that's very rude. Oh dear. It's funny how Tropics don't care about Vulture masks at all. They do recognize Vultures and they're scared of them, but they just don't really care about Vulture masks. I guess they're smart. I guess actually that makes sense that they would be smarter because they like set up traps and stuff. Although sometimes they're also kind of dumb. Like every creature in this game. Okay, this is very good. Have I made it to Chieftain? I've yet to make it to Chieftain in any of these streams. The furthest I've made it is to the end of the Scavenger Toll. A few rooms before the Scav King. Why'd I go back in? Okay, that's an unfortunate time loss. But not horrible. Should be fine. Okay, that was also bad. Oh man, everything's falling apart. Ooh, Scavenger's here too. No. What an unfortunate development. I hate that drop wing. I never look out for it. I really should though. But even if I do know that it's there, I don't really know how to counter it. Other than, I guess, doing a parry at the right time. Also, this is actually deep ghosts, not deep light. I don't know what the difference between them is. Another Void Sea theme. I think one of the songs is one that plays when you're down at the bottom of the Void Sea, and another song plays in the ending cutscene. This is on the OST. Well, actually, I don't think it's on the OST. But it's kind of an ambient sound that plays when you're next to the void worms. They make that sound, but it's like, it's really hard to notice. It kind of blends in with all the other sounds going on. The song is called Worm Inferno. Well, song in quotation marks. Ooh, that was almost a good shot. Why is everyone here? Okay, well, I kind of threw it away, but that almost was fast. The ride. Big scavenger. I don't want to keep it playing because I'll have to like go back and turn the music back on in the middle of a run. It won't keep auto playing. I feel like there's surely been at least one time where I've done the same exact set of inputs twice in a row. Or not, maybe not in a row, but just twice in general. At least for these first, like, 2 rooms. So I'm pretty much doing the same thing every time, so surely the frames would line up perfectly at least once, right? But also that's, like, very unlikely. Oh, that was so close. I don't know, something about caring for slug pups while you have to also fight scavengers sounds kind of awful. Like, Artie is already hard, and you're gonna add on slug pups to that. How do you think she got into this situation in the first place? I guess that would just be like well, that would just be like Artificer in the past. Which I would also like to see for Spearmaster and for Rivulet, what happened before their starts of their campaigns. And maybe for Saint too, but there's like so many questions about that. Sure. That worked out. Red Lizard though? Oh, they're slow. This is dangerous. Okay, they are slow. This is a slow Red Lizard. Thank you, Squid Kato. I'm gonna hold them in a good way. Please, why does this happen sometimes? Actually? The struggle. Gourmand in the past. I guess maybe, like, maybe, Pebbles facility isn't the first place they've explored, and they've gone to several others before that weren't as promising. It'd probably just be a lot more Outer Expanse, right? Because there's a lot of space between the iterators, and even the Outer Expanse that we get to explore is still quite close to Pebbles. I don't know, maybe there are different, like, types of Outer Expanse beyond the walls. I've also noticed that when I'm carrying them from that position. Oh, that should have worked out really. Maybe Hunter too. Like any of the Sluggets that came from a iterator, it'd be cool to see their journey from that iterator to Five Pebbles facility. And actually, I guess we don't really know how far away those other iterators are. Like, at the top of the wall, we can see other iterators in the distance, right? But we don't know if those are the ones. Those are, like, other ones in the local group. Oh, nice shot. Because maybe the iterators that are closer are, like, to the side, you know? At the top of the wall, we can only see in one direction, so if you, like, turn 90 degrees, maybe there's iterators closer in that direction. Or I guess at the top of the tree in Outer Expanse, because you can see 5 pebbles. I assume that if you were to look like backwards from that position, you could also see the other iterators. I'm sad that I didn't get to pick up the purple scavenger. This one did have enough karma. Don't mind me. That's our king. I didn't even think I think the king took the scavenger. Common green lizard L. They're trying their hardest. I mean, if you were another lizard, you would be scared of the green lizard. Unless you were... Well, actually, if you were red, you would still be scared. Somehow, the greens would win in a fight. 1 or 2 hands? How would you play this game with 1 hand? I'm sure there's a way, but... You know, the Pearl Cat mod has a functioning train. I wonder how realistic that is. That there is still some methods of transportation that are still functional. Any transportation that was used by the ancients is probably super old by now. And it is kind of amazing that anything still functions at all. But like a train is like much more complicated. Like the train itself would need to be working. There would need to be no damage to any of the tracks. Well, here they all are. All 5 of them. It happened. You play one I did? Wow. I'm sure you could get used to it. It's the driver a train lizard. You could use vultures to transfer. I'm sure vultures can probably move very fast in the open skies. Train's not less complicated than a city-sized computer, but I'm sure that there's like redundancy in the iterators, right? Like if one part breaks, the entire thing doesn't just collapse immediately. But for a train, if there's one part of the tracks that is like fallen off, because they're all like quite high in the air on like bridges and stuff. If one part collapses, then the train can no longer operate along that route. Oh, nice jump, dude. Stop. What are you doing up there? I'll take it. Actually, another reason that the iterators stay functional for longer is because they're totally contained. Like, it's an entire structure. Only the outside is going to get any amount of wear from the environment. The inside is, like, kind of pristine. Really shouldn't have missed that shot. What are you doing? Opposite Artificer. It's a scavenger trying to kill all of them. That's why there's no sluggets in the big tree for Survivor. One scavenger killed them all. mean, Slugats and Scavengers probably get along well. As Survivor, they are neutral to you. Like, the Slugats that the Scavengers don't like are the like, Hunter type ones. So Hunter, Artificer, and Spearmaster have really bad rep. Raven that we can assume is just kind of like that. They get into trouble. But like Monk and Survivor, they're like pretty chill. So if like a tribe of Slugats collected some pearls and gave them to the Scavengers, which we know that they're able to do on their own, then I'm sure they'd be chill with each other. But I'm sure that there's some sort of trauma left behind by Artificers. That'd be difficult. I totally forgot about Gourmand, but they're chill with the Scavengers too. They even have an easier time like crafting pearls to give to them. Oh, I see. So like the environment as a whole is quite dangerous around this time. So the Scavengers are more distrusting of everything. That also makes sense. More fortunate Scavenger populations. It's hard to know how like widespread any creature is, really. Like, what if all the creatures that we see in the game are just the creations of like Pebbles and Moon? Actually, no, there's actually evidence against that, because there's a conversation between iterators as Spearmaster where they're talking about like a fight between lizards. They mentioned a green, red, and cyan lizard, I believe. So at least those lizard types are common between iterators, as far as Sliver of Straw, I believe, is one of those iterators in that conversation. The red lizard was already holding onto the Scavenger and decided to eat me instead. That's funny. Oh yeah, and Scavengers are in Outer Expanse, so they're probably like quite widespread. That's a little stupid. Did not mean to do that. Oh, where'd they go? Okay. I think I stabbed the scavenger and not the loser. I wouldn't be surprised if I will have to do a 4th stream. Or maybe even a 5th. What do you guys think? Should I just keep doing Artificer until I get the run, or should I break it up with a few other ideas, a few other streams? I don't know where he is, but there they are. That was really messy, but it worked out. Here's the red lizard. Yep, red lizard says no. As long as I'm having fun, I don't mind it. Some diversity would be cool. And it probably would help to take a break too. Sometimes you might like stop doing something for a while, but then when you return, you're a lot better all of a sudden. Or it could go the other way. That happened again. I think that if you're crouching, it automatically does a parry, regardless of the direction that you're holding in. So I'm just holding forward in that scenario, but it's it does a parry anyway. Wow. Skilled scavenger. Scavenger is holding a spear and he is rapidly approaching your position. What do you do? I don't mind doing these runs. I decided like a week ago that I wanted to get this run, and so I kind of accepted the consequences of that decision. Could not find the spear. Did it hit the other wing somehow? If you could purposefully get grabbed by a vulture and then throw a spear If that demasks them, then that would be by far the most consistent strategy. Get grabbed, throw spear, get mask, and then you'd be able to do that every time. But it doesn't work. I don't know why. It feels like you hit the right body part. Maybe it just doesn't do enough damage if you've been grabbed. I don't know. Ultra Bite RNG? I think they don't usually kill you. Unless they are demasked, then they like to poke you and you instantly die. He went flying. Artificer blowing up like that is very, very powerful. It might even be more powerful than like a firebug egg. I don't know if the strength depends on the centipede, but if it does, then of course a red centipede would cause the biggest explosion. Thank you for that. Man. Green almost had me. I have died to that green lizard before. Actually, more than once. I was kind of wondering how lizards and other creatures decide where to go when there's nothing happening. Like a lizard spawns in, they come out of a shelter, and they're just there. Nothing is happening. There's no creatures, there's no threats, no food, or like nothing that's dangerous. Like where do they decide to go? They just wander to some location. Some creatures really wander. They just go to random places completely, but some of them seem to follow a consistent path. Like that red lizard that I've died to several times, they always follow a very similar path. It's almost predictable when they're going to show up. So I guess I kind of wonder if it's a specific path that they like to follow, or if it's just like random. Like just, I want to go in this direction today. Oh, dude, good job, dude. So a creature that could have completely random behavior in a specific environment just happens to have the same behavior every time, even if it is random. This is a really funny song. think this is one of the alpha ones. Any of the songs that sound more like arcadey or like 8-bit, those are usually the older songs. I'm waiting for a vulture. Maybe there's still a chance. Of course not. I don't know why that. Usually I don't even see that red centipede at all. Oh, this is noisy. This is that song. Maybe if I threw forwards, I would have hit. Oh shoot, I lost the body. Man. Okay, if it was right there, then I would have been able to get that. It's been a while since I made it at garbage waste. A long while. Is this sundown? Yeah, it is. Remember the thunder. No, come on. That's never happened before. I tried to grab them in a different position. I've noticed that if I always try to grab them from behind, I grab the wrong part, but if I grab them from the front, then it usually works. But you might accidentally grab their head instead, which is like the worst place to grab them. Slowly going insane. Help, I am suffering from an Artificer addiction. I can stop whenever I want. Oh, that's great. You know, Rivulet's speedrun was way easier than this. I only did like one stream of that and I got a good run. And the scariest part about this whole thing is that I haven't even made it to the Scav King, which is also a place where I'm very likely to die. So even after all these attempts, I could make it to the very end and lose the run right there. I have found some more consistent strategies for that fight, but they're not perfectly consistent. It's just kind of how that fight is. Oh, this song. No, I don't hear this song that often. Oh man, chaos. Waiting for that to happen. It's one time. I just played Spearmaster. The one where I replayed Spearmaster because I wanted to get a feel for what the character was like. Just doing the campaign. Or something else. That was actually because I wanted to make a tier list. And so I wanted to have a reminder of what Spearmaster was like without any extra challenge or something. But of course I didn't actually end up making that tier list. I'm still thinking about it. Like maybe someday. Yeah, that one. How do they turn around so fast? And they're even larger, so they should have a harder time fitting in the pipes. But for slow cats, it takes like a whole second. It's not very fair. Dude of a noodle fly. I suppose this is just one big noodle fly arc. Oh hey, expedition complete. Big bug. What, expedition complete? Whenever this song plays? That's true. Oh, there's the drop point. We actually do, yeah, we do take a shelter. Maybe I'll actually get to see it. Oh, there's a king vulture, so I'm dead in this room. Oh, really? Wow. Really? I probably could have just ignored that guy and I would have been fine. Probably gonna be the only good run you see today. Oh, a good start to a run. Oh, this guy has enough karma. That's fine. Here we are again. This is a ridiculous pace. Like, there's been a suspicious lack of scavengers. I feel like I'm gonna run into a bunch of them later. Check for the drop, please. It was fine anywhere. Oh, there they are. Oh, there they are. Didn't have any weapons though. Okay, this room. Oh, there it is. Already. Please get that wizard instead of me. Be a problem. He wants to keep following me. Long as late. Thank you for that. Pick that up. one guy. Two guys. Just a few guys. Okay. Sucks. Ah. Okay, well, rip run. Maybe if I went up earlier, the scavengers would have killed me. Okay, maybe that makes up for it. A little bit of wiggle flight there. Actually worked. Oh, that's a cool looking lizard. Did I really talk that much? Like the moment I'm quiet for a bit, it's like, oh, the mic's broken. This is also a funny song. Just playing like Communication Array or something. That Reddit would be so kind to get a mask for me, that'd be cool. Oh. Actually helpful for once. Yeah, I'm only gonna be able to do a few more attempts. If this one makes it all the way to like the wall, then it might be the last attempt. Oh, actually, never mind. Oh, he got spear penned. That's cool. So I couldn't move. Ah, scabs. Yep, that's the end of that. to hold the scav to see the karma. The Red Lizard knew that was going to happen. They were just planning for the future. They knew I was going to die. Here, have a Vulture Mask. Aren't I so nice? You should trust me in future runs. You just enter that room and it's just chaos. If I get a Vulture Mask first try from this guy. Oh, okay. I'll rip that guy. I don't think that King Vulture's bad at red centipedes. They're too large. Yeah, this is also decent. Maybe there's only so many good runs I can get per stream, and it just changes how those... It's just different how those runs are distributed between streams. Ah, there's no scavengers here. That's crazy. Or in this room. Unprecedented. He's dancing. Excuse me. That guy pushed me down. A little bit faster than normal. Can also rotate categories. Maybe there's a point where if I do this run too much, I'll just kind of get worse at it. It applies in this room. Well, I've probably seen a drop bug there at some point. It's not recently. You better not do something stupid though. He almost did something stupid for himself. Excuse me. Whoops, that's unfortunate. The lizard threw me off. Ah. Imagine though. Hey man. Oh, it's fear. Well, I'm not seeing a vulture. Oh, never mind. Alright, see ya. It's fine. I'm expecting most deaths. Well, yeah, a lot of deaths are gonna happen in Metropolis. That's how this run is. Oh. Oh, the body's all over there. Oh yeah. Please add more vultures. The developers, for whatever reason, are listening to this. I would request you to add 3 more vultures to garbage wastes. It would really improve the experience. How's any fast rider for Artie run? 20 minutes. Really, I'd like to see that run then. they go? Where'd the scavenger? Oh, they're way down here. That's cool. So I'll take that.
You're gonna say that and not elaborate at all?
I think I've seen someone post an image of a 20-minute time for Artificer run, but we've decided that that run is probably not legitimate because they don't have video proof, and the route that they described using is the one that is not viable. So if that's the one that you're referring to, then it's probably not real. But if there is another actual 20-minute run, I would like to know about that actually. Oh boy, scavengers. What a mess. Oh, I thought that might happen. A little unfortunate. The King Vulture. A lot of jumps left over. Thank you. Oh, that's real funny. I'm gonna go over here, drop down so that I'm now aggressive so I can go chase you. What the heck? Never seen a dropwood do something like that. Because while they're searching for a place to drop from, they aren't aggressive. They will totally walk past you and not kill you, which is what happened the first time. Then, they went over to their spot, dropped down immediately, so they were now in their aggressive state, and they tried to come back to kill me. So late response. I guess I was close to them for long enough so that their like threat response was all the way up. The moment they were in position, they were already ready to drop. Although I don't know how drop moves work. Nice lag spike. I hate this. If I threw that better. All right. Well, that's the last round. Any scavenger there is pretty much just the end of the run. So I probably will take a short break from Artificer. As in, I'm not gonna do another stream tomorrow. I'll decide whatever else to do on Tuesday. Thanks everyone for watching. See ya.